Hello, Aries, and welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. So May is a really exciting month. We've got Jupiter moving into Taurus. We've got that big full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So there's a lot of dynamics, a lot of things going on. Now, this video specifically is going to be tarot. So this is a more channeled, more intuitive message. If you want more of the astrology, please check back in the next couple of days because I will be posting these May 2023 astrology forecasts in a separate video. So please keep your eyes open for that. And also don't forget, if you are a member of my Soul Seekers group, that I am going to be doing much more specific videos about the Jupiter in Taurus transit, as well as the full moon eclipse in Scorpio, as well as this Pluto retrograde. This is happening too. There's going to be a lot of content for my Soul Seekers group this month. So if you're not a member, you want to join, all the info is down in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into this. You're more than welcome to watch for your sun, moon, or rising sign, whichever resonates the most with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hello, Aries. Welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what comes through for you for the month of May, Aries. Okay. If I may use a new agey sort of way to describe this, it feels as though you are jumping timelines. All right. And what that basically means is you're kind of getting off one path and joining another. And the path that you are joining feels higher, better, easier, more blessings. Things work out a little bit better. Not to say you won't still have obstacles and problems, because you will, because it's life and we're all human beings. But it's like higher quality problems or better types of people in your life to work these problems out with. And it just kind of feels as though there's an elevation for Aries that is likely during this time. Jupiter in your sign over the past year, it's been kind of in and out, kind of had some interesting things going on while it was in your sign. Came into that conjunction with Chiron. I've been saying this a lot, and I'm going to say it to you specifically. It's really common to not always see the blessings of Jupiter, or really any planet, while it's in your sign. A lot of times those blessings come after the planet leaves. This month, Jupiter is leaving Aries, and I feel as though you're going to start to really see what Jupiter did or is doing in your life. And it's going to start to make more sense. It's going to start to blossom. You're going to start feeling more aligned. Things are going to start feeling like they're going in a better direction and feeling as though you have a little bit more control over things. Feels like you're moving from a place of chaos to a place of order. And this is sort of the pendulum swing that Aries has been really, really needing. So I think this is a good way to start off the reading. Let's see what else comes out. We have a Major Arcana card. So Major Arcana card, what is it that the universe needs from Aries this month? Judgment. Okay, first and foremost, I do feel as though your mind is really, really clear. You're thinking clearly and you can trust what you're thinking. Sometimes people get really hung up on, well, I don't know if it's fear or if it's my intuition, right? Or I don't know if it's my delusional thinking or if it's my intuition. I can't tell. I don't think this is a month where you're not going to be able to tell. I think it's going to be really simple to discern what makes sense for you in your life and what doesn't. It's going to be really simple to discern which path you're going to need to take. This is more about not only making decisions, but also carrying through with those decisions. I think Aries is going to be moving kind of fast. All right, there's a swift transition that May could bring. And we love springtime energy or Taurus season energy because it's that constant, persistent state of growth and blooming. And we ourselves can go through that constant state of blooming during this particular time, which is why the elevation seems to be occurring right now. So you can trust your mind, you can trust your judgment, you can trust the things that you are feeling called to do, you can trust the options that are being made available to you right now. So let's see. Court card, who is in the environment that you need to be aware of, Aries? Who is in the environment that you need to be aware of? Ooh, a King of Wands. I love that. King of Wands feels like a really big supporter. This may be one person, it may be multiple people. Although the King of Wands is not necessarily involved. Okay, even if this is the spouse, this feels a lot like things that you need to do for you, Aries. And it doesn't, I'm not saying it doesn't impact other people. It will impact others, but it doesn't really have anything to do with other people. This is about you and your life and your family and your joy and fulfillment. And not necessarily in a selfish way. It's just getting yourself out of any chaotic places or any repeating patterns or any kind of cyclical types of things. This is an opportunity for you to get out. And the King of Wands is here to support you in any way that you need support. You probably are going to have to ask this person for support, though. This is not someone who wants to intervene unless they are invited. So if you are needing help and assistance from other people, you probably know who this is. This is a really upstanding, stable, prosperous type of person who can help lift you up, but they are only going to lift people up who actually want to be lifted up. So you're going to have to ask, you're going to have to show up, you're going to have to fulfill your obligations and do the things you say you're going to do. You're going to have to commit to certain things. And in order, right, and these are kind of the indications that let someone like a King of Wands know, like, yes, you are ready to be out of this chaotic situation. You're ready to change your life. You're ready to take the bull by the horns and make something real happen. A King of Wands can impart so much wisdom and so much life experience. This may be a colleague or a mentor for many of you. If you don't have someone in your professional life, or maybe a life coach or something like that, if you don't have someone like that, it's probably a good idea for you to kind of put it out there that maybe that type of person might be helpful. And the universe may provide that sooner than you think. Okay? Now, this is not someone who's going to tell you what to do. Keep that in mind. This is not someone who's going to like come in and manage your life. This is someone who says, if you want X result, then you're going to have to do Y and Z in order to get that result. You know, they can guide you, they can help you, advise you, counsel you. You can ask them questions. They're available there. But it really is still on your shoulders. So let's see who else, or not who else, let's see what else comes out. What other tarot cards for Aries for May 2023? The Emperor and the Hierophant and the Two of Coins. Well, I'm loving the start of this. Emperor and Hierophant indicates to me that you really, really know what's best for you right now. Any mistakes that you made in the past, doesn't really matter. Any things that you wish was a different way, doesn't really matter. It's all about what you do from here on out. See, an emperor does not waste 1 second thinking about the past unless it has to do with a lesson that they have extracted from a past experience. That's the only time an emperor will think about the past. What have I learned in the past that I can use and leverage for this next step in my life? And with the Hierophant, this kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying about the Judgment card. I mean, it seems like you really, really know what your inner guidance system is telling you that you need. Now, if you are feeling confused right now, okay, if you're feeling confused, it's probable that you are not fully in acceptance of something, or you are in denial, or you are holding out hope that someone else will do something. Someone else will change, or this is going to happen, or you're waiting on that offer, you're waiting on this. I don't think this is a good month for Aries to be waiting on anyone. Let's say you have a client contract pending, right? And you instead of sitting around and waiting for that client to sign the darn paperwork and submit the deposit or whatever the case is, go out and find more clients, right? If you're dating and you're dating someone and they're kind of like, I'm seeing other people, like, don't sit around and wait for them. Go date other people. Go make yourself available to every and all options that you can possibly conjure up. All right. This is 100% about you. And maybe Jupiter, while it was in your sign this past year, was really showing you how important it is for you to put yourself first and how to prioritize yourself. And when he starts to leave in the middle of May, this may be a time where you really start to actually embody that lesson. If Hierophant feels unbendable, it feels as though you are really, really aligned with what your inner and highermost guardian is telling you to do. This is why I'm not seeing confusion here. But it does mean you're going to have to reprioritize. And actually, with this card, I'm seeing people now, instead of this being more about choosing something, it feels as though you're starting to take on more responsibility. Now, when I say that, a lot of people may freak out, like especially if you have children or a family or something like that. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I could handle anymore. But this is different type of stuff. It's not doing more of the same thing. This is doing different things. Things that are going to be more lucrative, more profitable, more prosperous, more fulfilling for you. And the point of this is to bring on the things that really take you where you want to go. While I know you can't just immediately phase out the stuff that's maybe not working very well for you. I know you can't just snap your fingers and make that go away. But this is about phasing it in slowly over time. The outdated or unprofitable or waste of time type of stuff that's going on is going to fade out. The more and more you fill up your life with things you actually like and want, the more and more those unwanted things are going to fade away. And that is how you're going to be attaining this new timeline, or how you're going to be getting to, if you will, this new timeline of yours. You slowly fade in the things that you are wanting and the things that make sense, the things that feel aligned with your, I don't even want to say your sense of purpose, but maybe aligned with your goals. Maybe this isn't about some higher soul-driven, big metaphysical type of purpose. Maybe this is just, I have a goal and I want to achieve that goal and I need to do the right things in order to achieve that goal, period. Think about the King of Wands. Like I say, this is not someone who's going to come in and boss you around. Okay, this is someone who just says, if you want to accomplish this, you're going to have to do it. And what's important with the King of Wands is that this is someone that I think you don't want to let down. You don't want to be another statistic of someone who tried and it didn't work for, right? You want to be the person who succeeds because I think you respect this King of Wands a lot. And they have accomplished the things that you are wanting to accomplish. They have the life, they have the money, they have the relationship, they have whatever it is, maybe all of it that you're wanting in your life. And for some reason, their opinion matters. And sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's not a good thing. I think right now it's a good thing because it serves as an inspiration and a motivation. You don't want to let someone down, so you also don't want to let yourself down, so you are truly showing up. Okay? So let's see what else comes through for Aries. The The Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. Loving the Wheel of Fortune this month. 5 of Coins. Yeah, because it feels as though a lot has been circulating around this 5 of Coins. So maybe a lot of decisions that you've been making have been to kind of appease this. Now, the 5 of Coins can be a really precarious situation. It can be a financial issue. It can be an emotional issue. Sometimes we get this twisted. Sometimes we think that we have to fix this, that we need to put all this energy into fixing this. This is the problem. This is the issue. This is the hard thing. I need to pump more and more and more into it. But the problem with investing in a problem, or the problem with investing in an aspect of our downfall, is that we're continuing to invest in a downward spiral. And with the 7 of Coins, sometimes it feels like we are digging and working and not realizing that while we are producing enough, and maybe we're sustaining this a little bit, the real question is this the thing you want to be sustaining? Usually we sustain situations and circumstances like this because we are afraid of breaking away from it, because even though this is hard, it is to some degree stable. And it speaks to us in a way that feels comfortable even though it's not comfortable. It's a comfortable discomfort is what it is. You don't like being here, you don't like being in this circumstance, and yet you continue because it's what you know, and it's what's keeping your head above water, or it's what's paying the bills, or it's what's taking care of your family, or whatever the case is. But it is not going to push you over the edge into a prosperous life. It will always be this, because this is just simply what it is. This is the vibration that it's at. So now you have to start figuring out, how do you, instead of investing in the problem and putting more time and energy and resources into the very thing that is keeping you stagnant here, how do you reach out and find and invest in the things that bring in more and better and easier and happier and more fulfilling things into your life? See, the King of Wands is wonderful for perspective or paradigm shifts. I don't think this should be anyone in your family. I also, now that I sit with it, I don't think this should be like a spouse or a romantic partner. I feel that this has a more professional or platonic, it feels like a neutral third party. Like I said, this is not someone who is technically invested in what you have going on. Because I think if this is someone who's too close to you, like a sibling or a family member or a loved one or even a best friend, if it's someone who's too close to you and they're trying to give you advice or trying to give you counsel or something, there may be that tendency, I'm looking at Emperor Hierophant versus King of Wands, to kind of defend what's going on here or to fight against the advice of this person for, I don't know, whatever pride reasons or something. But if this is not someone you have any real connection with, there's nothing to fight against. Sometimes we get defensive over stuff because we don't want to feel a certain way. It's a hit to our ego or whatever, and sometimes that's hard when we're involving family members and loved ones. But this is someone who doesn't really care about your ego. And they don't care if you take a blow, if your ego takes a blow. They don't care. In fact, they do care, which is why they're willing to do it. They're willing to point out what the heck is going on here so that they can help you get out of this. And I look at this Wheel of Fortune, and I feel like this is the time, Aries, for Aries to get out of this. This is the time for the new path and the new timeline to truly show up. This is the time for freedom. This is a time to escape any kind of oppressive circumstances in which you either found yourself or you yourself created, depending on how it is. Okay, now I'm not saying this is everyone's fault. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes one kind of out of the blue random event happens and we do things for the sake of this, and then we do things for the sake of those, and then continued on, and eventually we find ourselves here and we're like, how the heck did we get here? Right? So it doesn't matter. This is the thing with the Emperor. It doesn't matter the who and the why and the when. It doesn't matter. What matters is the choices that you make from this point forward. So there is going to be a little bit of, there does need to be, let's say it that way, a little bit of humility for Aries as they are inviting in new solutions. A little humility for someone's opinion here. But ultimately, there is this sense of motivation and inspiration within you to do this, to get yourself to this higher timeline. This does feel like a quote unquote perfect moment. A perfect moment to start phasing in and integrating the newer or the better or the different things that is going to help you get out of this Five of Coins place. Okay? So what else for Aries? Let's take a look. 10 of Wands. Queen of Wands, I love that. That is we got two Aries cards here. We have the Emperor and we have the Queen of Wands. And a King of Cups. Okay, what's interesting about these royalty cards is they're both looking straight forward. There might be something of a partnership coming down the line for you. It may be romantic, it may be professional, it might be you work at a new company or something like that. But I like this particular partnership or pairing because and it may also be the same, King of Cups, King of Wands, might be that as well. But I like it because there doesn't seem to be any codependency here or desperation or anything like that. It's that there's mutual respect. There's a lot of freedom for Aries to really do what they do best, to really show their skills and their talents and to be their best and brightest. Someone who needs that particular skill set that Aries brings to the table, but they're not here to micromanage. I don't see a King of Wands or a King of Cups as being a micromanagement type of individual. This is someone who says, just so long as you get the job done right and you get it done well and in an efficient manner, that's all I care about. So it gives Aries a little bit of structure, but also it gives Aries a lot of freedom. So it's a really, really nice balance there. Like I say, this could be a client, it could be an employer, it could be even a lover. Yes, this could be a romantic story a little bit as well. But this kind of partnership seems a little bit more of a power couple if it is romantic, where I'm not saying you can't still have sexual intimacy and emotional connection and all of that, but this seems like a pairing for Aries where you want to build something together. Maybe you start a business together. Maybe you start really integrating your finances together and investing together or something like that to really help each of you grow. It's a mutually beneficial relationship, however it manifests in your life. Please do not be afraid to integrate new relationships into your life. I'm telling you, this is a huge message coming out for May for pretty much every zodiac sign. The people that are around you and coming into your life, and the people, that are, they're in your life now. These people are here to help. The world seems to be full of helpers and assistants. These are not people that you should be fighting against or rebelling against. These are people that if you take their opinions and their ideas seriously, it really could get you out of a place that you're not happy being. Okay? Now, I want to talk about this 10 of Wands because it feels, right, it's in this diagonal here with the 2 of Coins. And what I was saying with the 2 of Coins, you have to start integrating new things. Your plate might be full. Right? You might have a really full plate. You may need to be doing a little bit more overtime. This is Taurus season, Okay, Taurus is a sign of hard work. And I know in trendy astrology, we always talk about how Taurus is like luxury and money and spending and shopping and baths and face care and all that. That's like not what Taurus is at all. Taurus is a survivalist sign. Okay, Taurus is about nurturing yourself with nutrients, things that are good for you, feeding yourself. All right. And sometimes you have to feed yourself, right, through hard work. This is how you survive. This is how you take yourself up to that higher level, like I was talking about with that very first card. So it's okay to be a little out of balance here. It's okay to prioritize the work and the tasks and applying your skills and talents in new kinds of ways, working with new people, going through, and that can be uncomfortable too, right? Working with new people can be a challenge, new types of people, new types of personalities. But Emperor, Queen of Wands, like there's no doubt in my mind that you have the strength to do that. So it's not something you should be shying away from in any capacity. All right. For those of you who are out there dating, this is time for you to start dating up, right? Instead of dating whatever you can get or dating people who are below you emotionally, and I say below, not that you're better than them. It's just you do need to be on somewhat of an equal playing field to some degree. All right. So dating up, meaning people who have really high standards, who take care of themselves, who have their lives together, people who are growing and building things, who are innovative and motivated, they're healthy, they're passionate, right? These are the types of people that you should be out there dating and integrating with. So let's pull out the clarifiers because I have a feeling this story is going to get a little bit more detailed. So for those of you who are new, we're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards. So stay tuned. All the info for the comprehensive reading. Sorry, I said stay tuned. Not stay tuned. The link for this reading is going to be in the description box down below. So let's take a look here at the Judgment card. What else? We have patience. Yes, this will be a slow process. And we have adaptability over here. Okay, I love adaptability. I'm going to pull out a Rider-Waite card. What else over here does Aries need to know? Beautiful. Ace of Coins. And then we have the Four of Wands here in the environment. Okay. Clarifying with this deck here, we're going to take a look at this Emperor. What else does Aries need to know about the Emperor? Beautiful King of Wands again. Four of Swords. And another Judgment card. Oh, hold on. Hierophant. We have the King of Cups. Hold on, I just dropped a couple cards. Let me grab them. I guess just one card. Okay. Actually, let's take it. It was the Tower. One more card for that Hierophant. Oh, another Hierophant. Okay. We have the Lovers. Beautiful. Seven of Cups and the Star for this Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Wands, Death. And the Moon. Five of Coins, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups. And Four of Cups. I'm definitely seeing freedom with that Ten of Swords. Ace of Cups and Seven of Swords. Ace of Wands, Hanged Man. Oh, and Justice, I guess we'll take both. And Queen of Wands, Temperance, Page of Coins, and Five of Cups. Last but not least, for this King of Cups, Hermit, Seven of Coins, and Two of Coins. All right, so this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. So again, that link will be found in the description box down below. Thank you all so much. You guys know how much I love and adore you. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.